And welcome to Coding for Kids. In this video, we are going to be talking about the HTML structure, and we're just going to be learning the basics of HTML. So in the first video about web development and stuff, we learned just the basics about HTML. We didn't really learn any code or how to write HTML, JavaScript, or CSS. It's just the basics and what web development is, because you can't really start coding if you don't know what you're coding for. So now that we've kind of got the introduction through, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the structure of HTML, which HTML is like the foundation of our web page. So that's why you need to know how to write HTML. So HTML is very important. So that's why this video is going to be about HTML, and the next couple of videos are going to be about HTML. But first, let's look at the overview of this video. So we do not have a lot of topics going into today's video, but it's going to be a lot of information for you guys. And because we're literally learning a new language of code, we do need to kind of, I don't want to give you guys a lot of things to do. That's why it's pretty small. But today we are going to be learning the HTML structure, and I have it written out for you guys on a slide. So, I'm just going to be teaching you guys some parts of it. Then we're going to be trying that structure, and we're going to be typing that in a HTML editor on code.org. So that's why I said code.org coding. So that is all that we have for today. But now let's look at the HTML structure. So as you see right here, I have typed out the basics. So of course we don't have any actual code here. It's just the basic stuff. So this doc type HTML bracket is basically it's like a declaration, and it lets people know what version of HTML you're using, because HTML is a very old language, and it has progressed over the years. So now we use a version called HTML5. So just to it doesn't do anything to your actual code. It's just like a declaration saying I'm using HTML5. That's the version of HTML I'm using. So how we write it is in HTML, everything is going to be in angular brackets. So you can see right here we have angular bracket number 1 and angular bracket number 2. So to fully write a piece of code in HTML, you're going to need those two angular brackets. So everything is written in these little brackets. So whenever you're writing a piece of code, always put it in these brackets. But how you write the doc type HTML is exclamation mark, then doc type is in full caps, and then you just write HTML in lowercase. And again, this lets you know what version of HTML you're using. It's like a declaration. The HTML actual code, I guess, this also doesn't do anything. A lot of this actually doesn't do a lot of things. It's just the structure we need to know. For example, without these, it's not going to work well, but it doesn't do anything to your code. It's kind of confusing, but HTML. So HTML, it's it just lets people know you're using HTML code inside of these brackets. So you need an opening bracket and a closing bracket. So here you can see the closing bracket. So all of these little pieces of code is in the HTML brackets, and that just lets you people know that you are using HTML. And how you close brackets is, so when you're opening any type of code, you're gonna write angular brackets and then whatever you're writing, so HTML in lowercase, and then close it, and then you write whatever code in HTML. Then at the very end, you're gonna write the angular bracket, then you're gonna put a slash, and this means you ended it, and then HTML, and then angular bracket again. So you need to remember that slash when closing your bracket or code and stuff. So and the HTML bracket just lets people know you're using HTML code. Then there is the head bracket, and the head bracket also has a little closing bracket, which just which is literally just a slash again. And these brackets have information about your website. So, it could be the title, description, keywords. This is not the actual content of your website. It's just going to store information in. For example, the title, it's not going to show up on your website. It's just storing the information. Same with the description, same with the keywords. And there are so many more, so I just put etc. But the head just stores information. The body, however, does a lot of work. These brackets have the actual content of your websites. For example, headings that your website might have, paragraphs that your website might have, links, everything that's actually going to show up on the website is going to be in the body. And the body also has a closing bracket, which is just angular bracket, then you're going to put a slash, then body, and then another angular bracket. So this is the structure of HTML. And then we usually either write code in the head or the body. So the head and the body are very important, and this is the structure. So again, I'm just gonna go over the basic, rules of HTML. You need a closing bracket for most of the code you're writing. For example, HTML has a closing bracket, which is you literally just add a slash. It's the same code, for example, HTML, but for the closing, just add a slash. Same with the body, just add slash. Same with head, just add slash. The doc type HTML is not a actual bracket. It's just a declaration saying you're using HTML or a version of HTML. So it's not really a separate bracket. That's why we don't have a closing bracket for that. But this is the HTML structure. So now we're going to try this code, which is going to be a little exciting. So we're going to go to code.org and log in. And my very, very first video on this channel was how to log into code.org. So if you guys don't know how to do that, just go to that video. But you're going to go to code.org and log in. Then you're going to go to the project section, and you're going to click on the web lab, and then we're going to try the structure out. So this is going to be fun. But yeah, so let's not go to the review yet. But now I'm just going to switch to the code.org projects tab that I have open already. So I already did log in, but I went to the project section. I went to the project section, and I did log in too. So now you're probably going to see this. You're probably going to see this actually. So then you're going to open the full list. Then on code.org, there is a web lab, and this is where we write our HTML code. So we're going to open this up, and then you should just see this basic structure. So it does have our code out for us. So I know this doesn't seem like a big challenge, but I am going to delete all of this because that's what we're going to need to write. But, if you're going to learn a new language of code, you need to actually practice it. So it isn't really helping if you already have the basic structure for you, but that is helpful. But do not use it right now because we're learning the basic structure. But I'm just going to rename this to HTML structure. So I'll just know in the future. So I'm just going to rename that and save. And now this is where we're going to write in code. This is for CSS, and we're not going to write CSS code. We're going to write HTML code. So go to this index.html. Now, if you remember from what I explained, we first need to open it with doc type. So I'm just going to put angular bracket, then exclamation mark. Then in all caps, I'm going to write doc type. Then I'm going to put space. Then I'm just going to write HTML in lowercase and another angular bracket. And you can even refresh and save. It does nothing. So this whole piece of structure code is going to do nothing. But after that, we're going to put HTML. And this is going to let us know that everything in these brackets is HTML code. Then after this, we are going to put head first. And we need to close our head. So remember that, guys. So I'm just going to put one space, and then I'm going to backspace, and then I'm going to close the head. Okay, and then I'm going to put another space, and then I'm going to put body. Okay, oh, baddie. I'm going to put body. Okay, and then I'm also gonna need to close body. So I'm gonna backspace one and then put a closing body bracket, which is just a slash, and then I type in body. Then I am gonna go and I am going to close the HTML because we do have that HTML code right there. And then, oops, and then that's it. And let me just put that slash there. But yeah, so this is basically the basic structure. See how everything is written, because you're gonna type this every single time you write HTML code. And it is a lot, but I did that in like 2 minutes, I guess, maybe 1 minute. So it's not a lot. It looks like a lot of code, but it's not a lot when you actually remember the code. So again, doc type HTML. Then we're gonna have our HTML opening and closing brackets. This lets us know everything is HTML after that. Then the head brackets and the body brackets. So you can see if we refresh and save, there is nothing here, because it's blank. We just had some brackets. We just have some sections. That's it. We don't have any code telling us what to display on the screen. But this is the basic structure of HTML code. So I'm gonna go back to code.org, and this is the dashboard. So I'm gonna close out this like tab, and then I'm gonna go to present mode in my slideshow. So now let's just review really quickly. So we learned the HTML structure, then we did try the code or the structure, and then we did some coding. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you didn't already. I hope you guys liked learning about the basic structure. My next few videos are going to be about, how we actually write code and how we actually do stuff with HTML, so we can display things and stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.